Hello, I'm back. I'm Colin, and we're gonna tie, I'm gonna attempt to tie a fly here again using a dry fly hook. This is from a eBay thing. I think the guy's name is Mr. Hold on, I'll tell you here in a second. His name is ms.cecil. He's got great hooks. Awesome, just variety of hooks for very cheap. I got probably a pack of 500 some odd hooks for, I don't know, $7-8. I can't quite remember how much I paid for them, but it's a decent amount of hooks, just 25 hooks in each pack. This is size 14. I'm going to use red thread. I'm not sure what the denier is, or the brand is even. I got an old taco box from a friend, and gave me some thread in it, so that's what I'm using. Let's see, what do we want to tie today? I'm gonna try, here we go, I'm going to try to tie Renegade. Here, find something to use with the tail. Use chicken pelt. Got this chicken pelt from eBay. One of the people who I bought things from apparently didn't have what I was ordering, so she sent me a whole bunch of stuff, and happens to be one of them. It's real nice hackles in it. Not sure what part of the bird it's from. Strip off the fluff. Use this for the tail. Mom, I'm making a video. Measure it. Right there. Put it on top. Tie it down to create an even base here. Oops, it rolled on me. Make sure you take your time while you're tying. It helps to keep it neat. I'm going to try to tie a Royal Coachman. Sorry, I have a slight cold or I have some allergies, so that's why my voice sounds a little coarse. Using white hackle fibers. Next, if I can find any. Using some peacock from a bag that I have. Use, sorry, bumped the camera there. There we go. using 2 strands. Take off the tips and tie it in. Now you can't see this, but I want to try to show you. I don't have a really good camera here, but what I do is, hold on, I'm going to try to show you. What I do is hold it on the at an angle, and then you tie it in with a loose loop, pull it, and then tie it in. I'll try to tie it right there and wrap it. This is size 14 again, and been tying a lot of these things. I haven't really got very much on them, but sometimes I do with bluegill and sometimes little bass if they're spawning. Tie that in pretty good. Okay, I'm just going to leave it hanging right there. There's many ways to tie this pattern. They have different names. Let's see here if I can tie that in. I just created that little middle part of my red thread. Just push it off of my hand. Throw a couple of wraps inside the hurl or close to it. Gonna try to tie this a little bit better. So I do not have a very good camera here, webcam, so create a little section here. Let me go back. Don't like some, you can always go back. Okay. Let's see here, I want to tie a variant. Play some brown hackle. What I got is a furdance Indian saddle patch. I think I got it from a Whiting's variety pack. Looks like that. It's very short fibers, but it'd be good for what I'm doing. Don't have room for a wing or so I didn't tie one in. Now, when I was watching another YouTube channel, they clipped some of the hackle barbs at the end to create what's called to hold in the hackles. So like, you can't see that too well anyway, but I created like a little thing. Doubt you can see that. Created like a little teeth at the end of it. I'm going to tie that in. These are my hackle pliers. happens to be my first vise I've ever had, so I thought I should bring it out. Haven't used it for a while. I'm going to attempt to wrap this correctly. I'm going to wrap it backwards. This is what I like. Oop, there goes my scissors. Put it on my fingers. Slipped on me. Clip off this, snip off the tip. Clean off the hackle pliers. There we go. Push all these hackles back. This may call it a Flymth, but I attempted to tie it like a dry fly. Some hackle pliers were not cooperating, so I'm going to clip them. Start trying to clip my thread. And now, let's see here, how short are these? I'm going to attempt to tie this next piece with this hackle I used for the tail, or at least attempt to. Hackle pliers are pretty long. Yeah, those things are way too long. I only need a few. That might be enough, hopefully. I'm just going to attempt to tie that in. Snip out the tip or the stem of it. Yeah, it didn't work out so well. Need 2 types of hackle on this thing. Darn, there goes my scissors again. Turn this. I'm going to do some that probably called redneck ingenuity. Tie it whatever way I can. It's a smaller hackle. Get the right size. I picked out 2 by accident. Snip off the heavy portion. Put it up on my top. Okay. I have to take my time all the time. I don't do short videos. It proves how long it takes to tie something. I like the fact that some YouTube channels kind of like, Caddis, I can't remember the name of it, but the Caddis Fly Shop does this a lot. They say you can't believe that anyone can make mistakes. Well, mistakes are going to be made. It's overpowering the... Yeah, you can't see the furdance too well now, but probably because this white's overpowering. Yeah, but there's furdance in there, not just white. Get that off. Put everything backwards. This may cause a Flymth or yeah. You can't see the furdance though, so I'm going to tie in another hackle. Tying a grizzly spinner hackle, if that helps. This is what happens when you tie your own flies. You learn that certain things, you know, they don't like, certain things they do. I haven't caught too much fish on grizzly hackle, but because the gnats are not very bright, so I can see the furdance on the video, but I can't see the furdance. So I'm just going to tie a third hackle. It's going to be a grizzly, just a simple small grizzly skinner hackle. Very, very small. See if I can push all these hackles backwards. Looks like a mess now, but the hurl, that's going to call it a Flymth now. Get my little head. Yeah, you can barely see it, but there's furdance in there. So I'm going to put a half inch on there, so I don't have my half inch tool up on my desk. I'm just going to either, some people call it a wood finish or a half inch. I'm going to call it a wood finish. 3 turns. Pull that tight. And I used a furdance Indian saddle, a what cream, or I think it's white, but nah, and then a grizzly hackle. I can see the grizzly hackle just fine. I don't know if you can, but I can spread it out here. Just your fingers, because your fingers have oil on them, and that oil sometimes helps it sink a little bit, because it's a Flymth. Didn't intend to tie it like that, but let's see how well it works. I think it still floats. I've done it before. I tied a similar kind of fly. Got this squirrel tail wing out in the middle here somewhere. I use coyote a lot, but let's see how well this works. Signing off, this is Colin. Just got done with the hurl Flymth, I guess. Alright, see you later. Bye.